What's up, y'all? Mr. CEO on here, man. This is my personal page, Tony White page, but I'm gonna talk about some go-go. For all of y'all come through, man. Y'all see the title, man. As far as the determination, as far as in the band and brand, man, it's really affecting y'all and bringing y'all down. Then I'm just gonna bring some factual things to you, so you could see for yourself, where you could be like, wow. So a lot of things, a lot of people don't bring things to the table and bring facts, so they always questioning things. I'm not talking about with me, I'm just talking about in life, anybody you deal with. So anything you deal with and you trying to get over as far as let people know how serious, and sometimes you have to bring factual things. Don't never forget that. It's not good to bring opinionated things. I always bring factual things to the table. I'm very educated in this. I'm a genius when it comes to go-go and all these kind of things. I know this genre of music like nobody else. I know everything concerning about go-go, man. It's not nothing that I don't know. I'm heavy as far as knowing everything about the culture. I deep dive in this as far as really when it comes to every band. You may don't think, man, I know more than what you think about every band in go-go, even the bands you think play in the basement. I know just everything about the culture. But let me just tell you about the title. And in 10 seconds, I'm gonna do the countdown. Then I'm gonna really knock this topic out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Look, I'm sitting there. I'm right down in the basement of my house, right? Y'all know where I conduct the basement wall interviews at. And you know that I was just doing something, something just came to my mind. So I'm just looking at numbers, because numbers never lie. So I'm just looking that, on my Go-Go New Movement Unplugged page that I'm asking you to join. If you're not a member, join. And I'm just looking at the numbers. So I'm calculating my numbers from my Go-Go page, Go-Go New Movement Unplugged page. And then I seen at least, I didn't do them all, but I see at least 22 bands. I didn't feel like going through almost every band in Go-Go, but at least 22 bands. I have over 4,600 people on the Go-Go New Movement Unplugged page. How in the world one person, me, have more people than you have following you on your band page? That's the problem. And that's why the promoters are not booking you. Because if they go comparing, because everything is based on comparison and everything is based on numbers as far as getting hired. When it comes to business, don't forget that. Everything that comes to business, it always go back to numbers. It don't go back to crank. Cranking is great. Cranking is good. Cranking is a small percentage element as far as a promoter to make money and stuff like that. But where y'all bands go wrong at, y'all go wrong at because y'all don't try to build y'all numbers up. Building the numbers is a big indication, man, that you mean something in this go-go band. If you don't have numbers, man, you're not relevant to a promoter. And that's just the truth. If you don't have numbers that could get promoters money, you would never ever be on relevant shows, man. Relevant shows is based upon bands that bring numbers. Let me say that again. Relevant shows in go-go is based upon bands that bring numbers in go-go. It's no way in the world one person, Tony White, should have more numbers than a go-go band. I should not have more members than you got people following you on your band page. It doesn't look good. And promoters look at this band, you lazy, you not determined or anything. You don't have no energy. I should not have more followers or members than, look, over 22 bands. I didn't even do all the bands in go-go, all the 90-something go-go bands in go-go, but I went through at least 22, and I stopped right there when I got on 22. There's some bands got way more than me, and that's great, but them the ones that's playing all the time. I have seen at least 22 bands got less than 4,600 people on their band page. What make you think a promoter going to put you on a significant show if you can't have higher numbers than me? I don't be on this thing every day. I don't ask people to join my page every day. You go on other go-go pages, they got all these moderators, they got everybody helping them. I just started the Go-Go New Movement page 2 years ago. How do I start a page 2 years ago and I got 4,000, over 4,600 people join my Go-Go New Movement page in 2 years, and some of you Go-Go bands got 2,000, 3,000, this? How in the world you expect to be relevant if you're not putting the work in? I should not be having more. Tony White don't post to have more members or followers than you. Not one person. Y'all got 10, 11, 12 people, and y'all don't even have, y'all should be quadrupling my numbers. And that's why that major promoters do not put y'all on relevant shows, because that's the laziness right there. It's just not when they see you perform. That is a big thing. Numbers matter. Y'all not determined, man. Look, numbers make it look like be great for your band and your brand. Let me say that again. Numbers is a big indication as far as what your band is doing when it comes to your brand and your band. And when you don't bring numbers, promoters can't believe in you. It's not about the crank. The crank don't get promoters paid. What get promoters paid is the brand and the band and the numbers. Preach, Tony. You can't go nowhere without numbers. Stop thinking that your crank is everything. When you are focusing on the wrong thing, you focusing on the wrong thing. You focusing on trying to outshine another band, and you not bringing numbers. It's all about the numbers. To get on places like the Battle of the Barbecue, you got to have numbers. Numbers. Back in the 90s, it wasn't about numbers. It was all about who you rubbed hands with. If you rub hands with the right person, they put you on. In a way, it's kind of like that a little bit. But the majority of how go-go is now is about numbers. And if you don't have the numbers, you will never be. I'm not saying you won't be on the show, but you're not going to be on the relevant shows that could build your band and brand. You never concentrate on numbers. You concentrating on drinks. You focus on how y'all talk about more, how the drinks are in go-go, more than concentrate on your numbers. Make it make sense. Y'all, I see things in who got the best drinks at what club. That is idiotic. That is stupid. Why are y'all putting posts up talking about what clubs had the better drinks than other drinks, and band members be responding and putting answers on page instead of you trying to build your band with your numbers? Numbers is everything, man. You can't go nowhere without numbers. You play the lottery. Lottery consists of what? Numbers. Metro is losing a lot of money when people don't pay no money on it because of what? Numbers. You put gas in the car. It consists of what? Numbers. When you teaching your little kids their numbers 1 through 10, what is that? That's numbers. Numbers. Everything revolves around numbers that meaningful. Numbers. When you pay for something with your credit card got money on it, but it is what? Numbers. Your dollar bill got the dollar on it. It's numbers. Number is very key to essential as far as band growth. And the thing that you are missing for your band and your brand is numbers. You got to stop focusing on trying to sound better than another band and focus on building numbers with your band, with the brand. But you guys don't do that because the ego in you continue to feel to push yourself to sound better than somebody. I don't care if you sound better than somebody. You still got to have the numbers that's pushing your name. Yes, very few. It may be an exception like a major league that got to push. But one thing they got 10,000 followers on the major league band page. That is significant. It's way double my numbers. So promoters look at that and say they are a good opening band to put on a significant show because they look at the numbers at the end of the day. Y'all keep on looking at the cranking part. The cranking part is only a small percentage of it when it comes to promoters. Promoters is looking at your brand. They looking at the things that could bring them money, and money consists of what again, people? Numbers. Let's go deeper with this number thing. I love this go-go stuff. I tell you, I'm a sensei on this go-go. Come to me if you want to know anything. I got major people in go-go come to me because people want to pick my brain for stuff. Numbers is very essential. Numbers is part of the key to the puzzle as far as making it big in go-go. 22 bands that I seen, I got more followers, members than they do on their band page. Look, I want everybody in go-go. Think I'm lying? Look for yourself. Everybody in go-go, look at bands' numbers and look at my numbers. Tony White should not have more numbers than any go-go band. I should not be having more numbers than you. I shouldn't be pushing higher numbers than a go-go band. One person should not have more numbers than the entirety of a band. I don't play in a band. I don't put up flyers of a band playing. It's no way. That means you're not doing your due diligence of getting off your laziness to make your band be the 100% band that your band should be. Promoting game consists of numbers. It helps you get paid. It helps you to get on significant shows. Besides of the other small things as far as professionalism, as far as being engaged, as far as and another thing, having a great attitude will bring you a long way as far as how you conduct yourself with people. The reason why a lot of people inbox me, they call me, they talk to me, because they see I have a great attitude. I'm not an arrogant person at all. I just mean very good when it comes to this go-go. I don't have that bragging stuff in me or none of that. I'm just passionate enough about our go-go, and people respect it, man. That's another thing. You have to be respected for you to really get booked on a significant show. That's part of it, but the number one thing is numbers. Now, cranking come under that. Yes, cranking is essential because you want to have a great environment when people come see a band play, but you cannot continue to rely on that because it's only going to push you so far. I'm even telling my friends that's in band, stop relying on your cranking. Do better jobs in getting numbers, because at the end of the day, it does not look good that a band sound good and nobody not seeing you. It doesn't look good when you sound good and you can't bring people to a show. It's not good. It's not going to get you on heavy hitting shows because the promoters see you not putting enough in. It's showing that you only concentrating on sounding good. Stop concentrating only sounding good and build your brand up with the promoting element of your band with numbers. And you gotta stop relying on the socket beat or whatever you do. And with my thing on the radio, I don't care if y'all stuff on the radio. I don't care if y'all make a CD. If y'all playing significant shows, look, Hucklebucks made a CD, but they was playing significant shows, man. You got to play significant shows. Look, I'll give you a perfect example. Belladonna just came back from the state of Montana. They played the folk festival, right? That's a significant show out of town. So that matter when it comes to heavy hitting shows in the area and other people who they are dealing with, because they are playing significant shows. And while you are still not looking at the business part of it, you still looking at it from a kindergarten standpoint. You still looking at it from the point where we crank better than Belladonna. No. It's not about that. You sounding better than them doesn't make you significant. Let me say that again. All because you think you sound better than somebody, it doesn't make you significant in go-go. Sounding better than somebody don't have nothing to be about relevant in go-go. To be relevant in go-go, it consists of numbers. You got to build your numbers up. Floyd Mayweather, where would he be at if he wasn't selling out shows? As far as when he was fighting, he know how to generate numbers. Numbers sell everything, man. Numbers. You continue to look at stuff that don't have nothing to do with the business or part that will bring you money. Your crank is not the number one thing that will be a major asset of you to make money in this genre of music. You need to concentrate on the branding part and the promoting part of your brand to bring numbers. You will never be on relevant shows if you can't bring in numbers. The only way they're going to put you on unless they feel like it, and that comes very, very, very seldom. You got to have numbers. Mr. CEO Tony White do not supposed to have more followers than you got. I counted 22 bands so far. I didn't do all of the bands. I went through some of the bands. Something just tell me, how do you have less followers than me? I got 4,600. You should be quadrupling them numbers. I should not be having better numbers than a band in go-go. How? And then you crying about pay. How you going to be crying about pay if you don't even got more numbers than me and I'm only one individual? And I'm making so much sense. Ain't I'm to y'all? They want the pay, but they don't have the numbers. And you can't have the numbers and think you're going to be on significant shows with Junk, with R.E., with Belladonna, with Pushplay. Stop thinking you're going to be on shows and you just hoping for a prayer. And the reason, and then when you do get on a significant show, and the reason you don't stay on these shows because of numbers. You not bringing in the numbers because you rely on the top seeded band to bring in the numbers for you. That's not how it goes. You are your own entity. A top tier band is not your entity. You are an entity on your own. You have to learn to pack numbers. And packing numbers is a great tool to let everybody know you are a great band. Stop calling yourself a great band because you can hit a sock and be good. That is not have nothing to do with the quality of a promoter mind. To have great essential things that could bring you closer to what you need, you got to build your numbers. This is not a promoter fault. See, y'all don't know how to plug. Y'all don't know how to play the game. Do I like how the game is, how the promoters control it? No, but it's ways to get appreciated for them to deal with you. You crying about that. Yes, the game have changed. It's not like the 90s. Yes, it's quite different. Yes, I don't like a lot of things as far as the element was going on. But you have to, everything in life is about adjustment. You have to make an adjustment. When you get married and you get a divorce, and when you're single, it's about an adjustment. When you went from a car to riding a train, it's an adjustment, man. When a child pass away or when a relative pass away, it's about an adjustment. When you weigh 200 pounds and go down to 130, it's about an adjustment. If you, at this point of your life, man, you want to be singing your life and you're not married, it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment when you're drinking and when you're not drinking. It's called adjustment, man. You got to make the adjustment to be essential in change. Adjustment. How can you be the best if you're not trying to make the adjustment that could benefit you and your band and your brand? Adjustment, man. Make it. Some of you don't want to make the adjustment. You don't want to make the adjustment in your band. You don't want to make the adjustment in your brand. You don't want to make the adjustment in your ego. You don't want to make the adjustment in your anger. You don't want to make the adjustment as far as your intelligence. You don't want to make the adjustment in your professionalism. You don't want to make no adjustment in being charismatic. Make the adjustment, man. That's part of it, man. When you see something that need to be fixed, you have to know and make the adjustment. And you not being on these shows, not because the big bands, the God tier bands holding it down. You not on these shows because of numbers, because your cranking does not bring the money from a major promoter in this game. And a major promoter in this game, anything, if you're a promoter in reggae, if you're a promoter in hip hop, if you're a promoter in country music, if you're a promoter in rock and roll, if you're a promoter in gospel, they look at numbers. It's a numbers game. Music is a numbers game. Music is not a genre of music where just have fun and you do when you think you do what you want to do. Music is a game that consists of numbers. Numbers move the needle. Numbers move the needle. The way how everything is built on numbers. You get hired because of numbers. You don't get hired because you pretty or you're handsome. You get hired because you could bring in the numbers what the person need for a show. Numbers, man. Got to know how to make that adjustment to get the numbers. Even on a job, man, when you do a lot of work at your job, it gets you raises. It consists of numbers, man. It's a numbers game, man. When you're trying to qualify for a job against other people, what it's called? It's numbers. They narrow it down. What the NCAA 64 games consist of when they have March Madness? It's numbers. It go from 64 to 2 because it consists of what? Numbers. It's a numbers game, man. And you continue. You want people to feel sympathy for you. And it's your fault that your band with the brand and not going. It's up to you to be able, man, to get out of the mud and make this band grow, and you not doing it, and you continue to blame others for your downfall. It's up to you, man. It's up to a person they want to go to college or not. It's not up to a mom and dad. It's up to you. It's up to a person if they want to be a good father to a wife or not. It's up to a mother if she want to raise her kids the right way. It's up to you if you want to do something with your life. It's up to you if you want to lose weight. It's up to you if you want to have a great mind. It's up to you if you want to have the wisdom of God. It's up to you if you want to live your life the best way that you can in peace. It's up to you if you want to get off drugs. It's up to you if you want to get off drinking. It's up to you. It's a numbers game, man. It's a numbers game. Your lack of determination is a big downfall as far as you being successful and essential as far as in this go. It consists of a promoter. I could put a promoter in there. I could put a venue on in there. I could put anybody in there. If you don't know how to pack your club, it's going to be hard for you to sustain the club of your business because it's revolved around numbers. Most of the time, if it's not violence, when a reason why most places close down is because of numbers. Most restaurants close because of low numbers. It's a numbers game, man. It's not because of the quality of the food. Most of the time, these places are closed down because of numbers. Kmart closed down because of numbers. The Cavalier store that they used to have back, numbers. The store called Highs back in the days when y'all were a little kid, numbers. Holly Farms, numbers. All these places closed because of numbers. They had a Hardee's here in DC area. It was closed because of numbers. Not because the food wasn't good. It closed because of numbers. You have to learn that go-go is a numbers game. It's not no cranking game. You keep on thinking it's all about sounding better than that of a band. People are bypassing you in this genre of music because everything revolves around numbers. When you see hotel shows, it's based upon numbers. When I was throwing hotel shows, it was based upon numbers. It wasn't based upon what band I had there. I was packing hotel shows with unknown bands. You got to know what you doing business-wise, man. It can't be just You do something from your heart. You got to know the game. You have to study the game. And when you don't study the game, you be left behind. You can't be a manager all because of wanting attention, because you know if you don't have the numbers, you're going to have to go to the ATM machine and pay the guys in your band. And you don't want to have to take it out your personal checking account or saving account or money market account or whatever you have to do, man. It consists of numbers. If you know, if you don't have it, don't be a manager. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Stop looking for the attention if you don't have the money. Or let me say that again. Stop looking for the attention if you don't have the money, man. Stop looking for the attention. You looking for all this attention. You want all the notoriety, but you got to have the money. Go, it's a numbers game. You being left behind because you can't produce numbers. You not being picked up or called upon on this significant show because you can't produce numbers. You continue to think people hating on you. People know who sound good in go-go. People know who is average in go-go. And people know who's really not that good in go-go. People know. Fans know. You're not getting hired because somebody don't like you. It could be once in a while. They could be part of it. The major thing, a true businessman have to look at numbers. ESPN is laying people off left and right in the sports because of numbers. They laid off Ryan Clark because of numbers. They laid off Charles Washington. They be hosting college football sports and doing college football season because of numbers. Shows get dropped because of numbers. All of that. I remember when they did Martin, they stopped the shows because of numbers. All this stuff stopped because of numbers. Because when you produce numbers, you stay on TV. Yeah. Let's talk about it. When you produce numbers, your show stay on TV. And when you don't produce the numbers, regardless of what time, they can have a great relationship with you. Look how they did Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark just won 2 Emmys and they still fired him from ESPN. Because at the end of the day, everything revolves around numbers. And when you don't have that, you will get dropped like a hot potato. You concentrating on the cranking. I see this stuff. I laugh at y'all bands because I help y'all and y'all do the opposite, and y'all go by the people in your little circle that keep on stamping the crank, but you continue to play in your own vicinity, and you not getting the major shows that really could take your band to the next level because you not concerning yourself with numbers. You just concerning yourself with being average. I'm talking about you can have major crank, but your attitude toward your brand could be average. Numbers move you in go-go. Right attitude move you in go-go. Professionalism move you in go-go. The cranking part is only a small percentage. The cranking part is a small percentage because cranking could be subjective. Somebody could think y'all sound like no other band, but then somebody could say, I think they sound like some shit. So it could be very subjective when you're dealing with everybody that's talking about who's cranking or slumming, who this and that. That's very subjective. But when you have a great brand, that's not subjective. When you have a great attitude, that's not subjective. When you have a great, everything else can't be subjective if you are displaying it in front of others. Look, the proof is in the pudding. Regardless if a person don't want to accept it, if you do those things, they have to accept it. They have to make the adjustment. You don't make the adjustment because you only worrying about how you sound. You only worrying about getting stamped by your man. You only worried about getting stamped by your neighborhood. You only worried about getting stamped from people who you went to school with in elementary. You only worried about getting stamped by people in junior high and high school, or who you went to Surrey with or college with. That's not going to do it, man. What's going to do it? You got look. Y'all say this is the same bands, man, because man they producing the numbers. It don't have nothing to do about people hanging on, man. When y'all going to realize that the top tier bands bring numbers? It's not about y'all. Look, some of these bands top tier. Some of them, as far as they sound, still sound great, but you got a couple that's average. But the reason why it still matter and significant and they getting the money because they still bringing in the numbers. It's not all about the cranking. And some of these bands, they know that they don't sound good better than some of these smaller B bands, but they know what they have the advantage on. They can always depend on the numbers game that could push them better than you. And that's the difference. You keep focusing on sounding better than somebody, and the people that's doing great in go-go, they focusing on a brand and numbers. And them are the ones that are heavy shifters in this genre of music. Look at the people that throw the majority of the hotel shows. They look at numbers, man. They don't care really about the bands that's on it. They looking at the numbers and they mixing what bands that could bring, they strategizing what bands could bring me the numbers. It may be their favorite band that they may leave off because at this particular show, their favorite band may not bring the numbers what they looking for this particular brand or event. So you got to understand that this stuff is based upon numbers, and you continually looking at your crank. And Mr. CEO Tony White should not have more people following me than your band, man. 22 bands. I should not have more followers than no band in go-go. Zero. I shouldn't have more popularity than a band. A band, because you got 10, 11, 12 people in bands, and you got, and the numbers are very low. You cannot have 1,000 followers, 1,200 followers, whatever. I'm just giving an example. You got to be having, like I said, man, that's major for a small band like Major League to be a B band that have 10,000 followers. That is great. And the promoter say, I could throw them on the open up at a big time event. Y'all keep looking at the crank. Well, we sound better than them. We can out-crank them. The promoter's not thinking like that. You band members are thinking like that. And that's where y'all getting lost at. The promoter is looking at the numbers while you bands is looking at the crank. Well, we sound better than them. They can't fuck with. Look, that's the wrong thing to look at. You got to look at numbers. And when you don't look at numbers, you would never be relevant in this game. Because to be relevant in go-go, you have to bring in numbers. You can't bring in, what's the use of having a cranking band but just can't bring people to your shows? It doesn't make, that's almost like, man, putting water in your cereal. Does it add up? Does it add up? Instead of putting milk in your cereal, you are putting water in your cereal. That's the same thing what I'm saying, man. Numbers matter. Y'all keep thinking the cranking part matter in go-go. Look, you know how many times I have been to concerts? I seen New Edition. They have had bad nights. I have seen other groups perform. They have had bad nights. I seen Drew Hill perform before. They have had bad nights, man. I have seen people. I have seen who else I seen? I seen Kelly Price. She was okay. I could name I have seen Erykah Badu. It was just average. Her performance was average. But you know what thing what these people know how to bring? They know how to bring numbers. The reason why Ice Cube is getting more and more sponsors from his lead, the Big League, because the Big Three is start bringing in numbers. Look at this. See, now the Big Three is on CBS on Sunday because Ice Cube is bringing the numbers. But y'all, wait, Mr. CEO, he got a name. No. It doesn't matter about the name. He's bringing in the numbers, and the numbers is bringing in the sponsors. Why you think Shannon Sharpe is so big on podcasts? When he did that interview with Cat Williams, it increased his brand, man. It increased his money, and he have got so many new sponsors from that Cat Williams interview. That's why podcasting is big, because they bringing in numbers. They bringing in these heavy hitter numbers. Cam Newton got got all these people backing them because of numbers, man. They not just doing it because for the fun to talk about the culture. It's bringing in money and it tighten up their brand, and all of this, man, is bringing in numbers. You continue to worry about boonka baka, y'all backwards, man. They teach. That's why I say these people who's in y'all camps, man, the business, the part of go-go, y'all are failing that. Y'all think because y'all playing from time to time, that's it. That's not it, man. You only in the band just getting by. You should be better than that. Every band should be great in this genre of music. This stuff that I be telling y'all, it's heavy hitting Barry Bonds stuff, man. And y'all don't pay attention because the ego of yourself, bringing yourself down. And all these bands should be heavy hitters. This should be $1 billion industry as far as the music, as far as what's going on in go-go. Why in the world hip-hop and all that got all of like major money? Why do gospel got major money? Rock and roll got all that major money in their genre. And in this genre of music, they still stuck in kindergarten. They still doing Sesame Street way things. They still doing Barney things. They from the beginning, you got to teach them like you gotta, like a baby, man, like you gotta feed a baby, man. And the whole thing is we should not still be, go-go is on baby formula. Why is go-go still on baby formula? You're supposed to be off the formula, man.